Well, hello, sports fans. Greetings from San Jose, California. This is Larry Eater with RunBlogRun, and this is your favorite infrequent podcast, Conversations with Larry. We're in my dad's office. He passed away in April of 2020. I'm hanging out at the house now, trying to get everything organized, and lots of fun memories. He got to watch, he saw me win my first race after running 450 races. He was there for my second race, where I finished last at DeSmet back in 1972. He loved to watch the broadcasts when we were covering various things, and he loved my stories about athletes, and I think he would have liked this one. Today, it's in praise of Sir Brendan Foster, who just was knighted by Princess Anne, who was on the 1976 Olympic team with Big Bren. Brendan Foster was the only British athlete in 1976 in Montreal to get a track and field medal. He got the bronze in the 10,000 meters after a week of stomach distress. Let's just put it that way. He had run, I think he ran the 5 as well as the 10, but he finished third to Carlos Lopes, who was the silver medalist, and Lasse Viren. And it was a humid, tough race. Big Bren was always known as being a gutty guy. In 74, he won the European Championships at 5,000 meters in a brilliant race. And in 1978, he won the 10,000 in the Commonwealth Games. Brendan was a working class hero. He was also kind of a working class runner. He ran back and forth to work each day. That was one of the first stories I read about him in Runner's World, gosh, back about 75, maybe. And I had known about him for a few years. He was one of the guys that I dug. He ran cross country, ran indoor track, ran outdoor track, and had this thing about in the middle of his races dropping like a 60-second quarter mile. And if it didn't make you throw up, it at least, made you reconsider your job, opportunities. Perhaps you wanted to do fish and chips or something like that instead of running a 5,000 against Big Bren. But what Brendan's also known for is athletics commentator. He just retired from BBC, and I have recordings of him and the crew at BBC talking track, and pretty cool stuff. Him and Steve Cram were just amazing, and Stuart to Story, just amazing commentators, some of the best. And of course, Paula Radcliffe gets in there as well. But Brendan kind of showed us how it was done, how to be a distance runner, how to be a businessman. I met him as a businessman for a short time. He worked, he headed up Nike Europe and Nike GB for a while, but he also came over to work with Phil Knight at Nike in Eugene, Oregon, or in Portland, Oregon, which is where I met him. I met him in the office back in I believe it was 1988 or 1987, around that time period. But really enjoyed him, straight to the point. When I saw him 20 years later, same way. And so happy to see one of the real stalwarts of British athletics. The other thing that he did is he's the organizer of the Great North Run, one of the finest races in all of Europe, the finest races in the world, and the Great Run Company, which is now managed by his son. For a long time, they protected and groomed Athletics Weekly until it was recently sold, and they kept one of the finest magazines in the world alive. Why did they do it? Because Brendan knew and knows that running is more than about the numbers. It's about recognizing historic performances and telling the stories. And that's what keeps track and field and cross country and road racing in the UK secure. Brendan also helped champion behind the scenes British athletics, UK athletics, world athletics. He's one of the most thoughtful people that I know. Can always have a conversation with him. But he's figured out, like Alan Pascoe, how to communicate the enthusiasm of running to the business community, which is a real talent. So I will be calling him Sir Bren from now on. But congratulations to Sir Brendan Foster from his friends at RunBlogRun and his friends all over the world. People have known him as an honest, thoughtful runner, a gutty runner, ran against the best and made no excuses. And his contributions to the sport continue. His BBC commentating has been spectacular. You can find it on YouTube. Him and Crammy are hysterical to listen to together. And what he's done with the Great North Run and how many people. I was able to go over several years, and I loved it. I also love the Edinburgh Cross Country Festival, which he championed as well. And so thank you, Sir Brendan Foster, for all the things you've done for the sport. And we look forward to seeing you around for another, 40 or 50 years, and enjoy the laugh too. But congratulations on your knighthood. This is Larry Eder, RunBlogRun. This is a conversation with Larry. Thanks to Mike Deering, our production manager. Stay safe.